Hey guys, welcome back. It is Julie here with JT.Wealth. Today we have breaking SPAC news. So Lordstown Motors, who you might remember from our previous Workhorse videos, just announced that they are going public via a merger with SPAC company Diamond Holdings. So let's get into it. If you watched our last Workhorse video that we put out on July 26th, you may recall seeing us discuss the possibility of Lordstown going public via a SPAC. So it's pretty exciting that less than 2 weeks later, it's happening. By this point, you're probably getting pretty used to hearing about SPACs happening and what exactly these blank check companies are. 2020 has really been the year of the SPAC, with more than 40 SPACs coming to market and over $14 billion raised, and several of them have been in this EV market. Today, we are going to cover what's included in this Lordstown merger, what this means for Lordstown, but also what it means for Workhorse, and then we're going to go over some politics surrounding both of these companies. Before we get into all that though, just a friendly reminder, please make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Really helps us grow and make sure you're up to date with all of our latest videos, and give this video a like while you're at it as well. Okay, so Lordstown Motors is going public. What does this look like? So you can see this little article from Motley Fool does an awesome job at highlighting all of those main points there. And they did mention that this merger looks very similar to the one that happened with Nikola. So Lordstown is merging with DiamondPeak. After the merger is completed, they're going to be under the new ticker symbol RIDE. The transaction includes $500 million PIPE, fully funded by some pretty big investors, including General Motors, Fidelity Investments, Wellington Management, and accounts managed by Blackbook. So the pro forma equity value of the combined company is going to be about $1.6 billion. And this transaction is expected to close by the end of the fourth quarter. This additional funding is going to really allow them to best utilize that new plant that they bought from GM in Lordstown and ramp up production of their electric pickup truck. So Lordstown Focus is this electric light duty truck. It is called the Lordstown Endurance. Now they purchased this intellectual property from Workhorse. Their CEO, Steve Burns, says that they are highly differentiated from their competition. This new EV pickup truck of theirs boasts the equivalent of 75 miles per gallon. He states that they already have 1.4 billion in pre-orders. That's 27,000 pre-ordered trucks. And if we're doing quick math, that puts the EV truck around a $52,000 price tag per truck. You can see here that DiamondPeak's stock soared 17% in active pre-market trading today. Their current ticker is DPHC, but the combined company, once the merger is completed, will be under the NASDAQ under their symbol RIDE. But their stock is not the only one that rose from this news today. So let's take a look at how Workhorse has been affected. Today, Workhorse is already up 17% on their stock. So we know that Lordstown was created by the former Workhorse CEO. An agreement was made between the two companies, with the main component being that intellectual property to their EV pickup truck. As you can see here, Workhorse received a 10% stake in Lordstown, and that came with the agreement that protected that stake from being diluted for 2 years. Workhorse is also entitled to a 1% fee on all debt and equity raised to fund Lordstown during that 2-year period. So its 10% stake is going to be worth about $160 million when this merger is completed, based on that target of $1.6 billion for Lordstown. Now this number could grow way more as well as Lordstown ramps up production of their trucks. And if we take a look back at the intellectual property agreement between Workhorse and Lordstown from 2019, they're also entitled to a 1% licensing fee on the gross sales price of each Lordstown truck sold, up to the first 200,000 units. So you have to consider they already have 1.4 billion in pre-orders. So Workhorse is going to get a 1% claim in that as well. So it's a lot of profit coming down the road for them. All right, now let's chat about some politics that are involved here. So in my last Workhorse video, I discussed the potential USPS contract for Workhorse and how the USPS Postmaster General is a huge Trump supporter and ran some of the fundraising for the 2020 Republican National Convention. Now, the USPS is set to hold a meeting of its Board of Governors on August 7th. Who knows what details could emerge at this meeting, but you better believe that everyone will be listening for the slightest hint at what direction this contract could be heading. Now, do you think it's a coincidence that Workhorse, who initially planned on holding its earnings report on August 6th, has moved it to be held on August 10th after the USPS meeting? Are they hopeful for news? Are they also going to be listening along for any kind of hint? I don't know. What do you think? President Trump is also set to hold a re-election campaign in Northeast Ohio on August 6th. Now, Ohio is a swing state, meaning it's kind of equal red and blue. So it's really important in helping determine the outcome of the election to win that state. Now, Trump would love to be able to go there and show all the job growth and funding that he is supporting for in Ohio. We know that Trump is not famous for being subtle at hints, so it'll be interesting to say how much he has to share at this event. All right, so those are the big headlines, guys. It's really exciting news for Lordstown, which of course spills over into excitement for Workhorse, especially since this is separate from the outcome of the USPS contract. So it's great news for them either way. So let me know your thoughts. Are you invested in Workhorse? Are you going to be looking to invest in Lordstown? Please leave a comment below. I love to hear from you guys. Give us a like, make sure you're subscribed, and have an awesome day. Cheers.